Are you ready to play with a space-time continuum? Because someone 20 years ago in this life is now supposed to play someone a whole lot younger. Or are they? And what we're talking about is Viggo Mortensen with the Hunt for Gollum, the movie that's coming out that is Lord of the Rings adjacent from Andy Serkis. Viggo Mortensen is not going to be reprising his role as Aragorn. Who'd have thunk? Who would have fucking thunk? The motherfucker's old as shit now. And by the way, he's like 80 years old whenever he does make his appearance in Lord of the Rings. But anyway, we'll get into that. If you guys like anything that you see here on this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. And now, without further ado, let's get into it. Viggo Mortensen recast as Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. Wow. She was like, right now. I don't know why they put this little picture in here where he looks so sad. It doesn't make sense. Director and Gollum actor Andy Serkis still has plans to take audiences back to Middle Earth. Why? Because it's a cash cow. His upcoming film, Lord of the Rings, Hunt for Gollum, will bring back some of the original cast from Peter Jackson's iconic trilogy. And Viggo Mortensen, who played Aragorn, will not be going on this journey because he's old as shit. He's like in his 60s now. However, as the role of Aragorn has officially been recast. Now, who did it get recast to? You guys might know him. He played Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey. The film will be something, a prequel / parallel story to the events of the Fellowship of the Ring. Notably, Viggo was around 40 years old when the first film in the trilogy was shot. Well, actually, canonically, in the books, he was around 87. Now 67. Oh my gosh. Almost like time has passed since 2001. Now, 67, even Hollywood's impressive de-aging technology may not have been able to facilitate a satisfying performance. Satisfying performance. Am I turning into Heathcliff the cat? Who knows? If anybody of y'all do know that reference, oh my gosh, put it down in the comment section below. I will bow at your feet. Yeah, the de-aging technology still doesn't work. We've tried this with the fucking Will Smith movie. We tried this with, Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One. We tried it with Princess Leia and a whole bunch of stuff. It just doesn't work. All right, it's not up to snuff, and people can sniff it out a mile away. Just stay the fuck away from it. It's that simple. Instead, though, Aragorn, called by his Dunedain moniker Strider, in new promotional materials will be played by Jamie Dornan, and that is the guy. Here, let me pull him up real quick. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me in case you actually like women and you are straight and heterosexual. You won't know exactly who this person looks like because you didn't watch 50 Shades of Grey. And if you did, were they R-rated? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they were R-rated, but Dakota Johnson is hot. You know, I can get down on that. Okay, I could get down on that if I was still single, but I'm not anymore. So let's go ahead and show you exactly what this guy looks like, and let's let the audience decide for themselves. Do y'all think that this guy could play a young Aragorn? Possibly. I still think he's a little bit too old. To be fair. Now, I mean, he does have that rugged look. I mean, a lot of women are going to find him attractive, and that's totally fine. Does he have the acting chops? Does he actually know what the source material is? That is a deeper question for a lot of people to ask. Yeah, I mean, he looks like a white guy who can grow a mustache and a beard. Good for you. That's about all that I see with him because I haven't seen him in very many other things. So I can't really gauge his acting talent. He's very good at using BDSM on the daughter of a very famous person from Miami Vice. Serkis confirmed some returning cast. As part of Warner Brothers' presentation at CinemaCon, he released a statement about Hunt for Gollum. Across two trilogies, a mark of a Middle-earth film has always been the formidable array of talent brought to bear in every role. The Hunt for Gollum continues in that tradition, and I'm delighted to announce the return of two of Middle-earth's most beloved performers, alongside some exceptionally talented new additions to Tolkien's world. Oh, Serkis wrote. He didn't even say it. He wrote his own speech for himself because he couldn't come up with it off the top of his head. Oh my gosh. You know, I used to like Andy Serkis. He was a diamond in the rough when he first got cast as Gollum slash Smeagol. You know, way back in the day when they did Lord of the Rings, which are absolutely perfect films, extended edition only. I will say that till my dying day. But the more things that he's come out with, the more I'm just like, I think you just hitch your wagon to a star. The two returning actors, your first two are Ian McKellen playing Gandalf, probably one of the last roles he's ever going to do because nigga's old as fuck, and Elijah Wood as Frodo because I got to give the man some respect. Elijah Wood does not age. What is going on? Is he drinking the blood of babies? Is he bathing in virgin chicken's blood? This dude does not age, but he plays a perfect Frodo. I really like him as an actor. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get this twisted in any way whatsoever. Alongside his directing duties, Serkis will also reprise his dual role as Gollum slash Smeagol. Here's the part where I really want to talk about so much. It remains unclear whether the film will show him before the ring fully corrupts his appearance, but it's the hunt for Gollum. So this is after Bilbo has the ring. And we know from The Hobbit that when Bilbo gets the ring, he is already, like slimy, grotesque, giant eyes because he is, he's basically gotten used to living underneath a mountain, like in the cave life. So I don't know exactly what they're going for here, but from everything that I've seen before, the hunt for Gollum was basically about that little part where the ring race are torturing him, and we get it in Fellowship of the Ring, Shire Baggins, after he lost the ring. Now, I'm sure that they will do some kind of prequel things like they did in the beginning of Return of the King, but I don't know. You only have one movie to pull this shit off, so I don't think they should jump around timelines too much. Mortensen, Viggo, Aragorn, has not publicly addressed where he was invited to reprise the role in 2024. He told GQ that he enjoyed playing Aragorn. This is great journalism, guys. Let's give it up. Round of applause. However, when asked if he hoped to return for Hunt for Gollum, he said, "I would only do it if I was right for it in terms of, the age I am now and so forth." Exactly. It would be silly to do it otherwise because someone actually has something that they stand for, and that is keeping things as canonically true as possible. It's not like that's hard. It's not like it's that hard. Look, everyone loves Lord of the Rings. And sometimes you need to let sleeping dogs lie. And sometimes it doesn't need to be adapted. You don't need to put your own shit into it. Like Peter Jackson said in the appendices, the filmed appendices of the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, we didn't want to put our own messages into it. We wanted J.R. Tolkien's messages into it. We left our own personal bullshit out of it. But Andy Serkis, the more that he's been around, the more that he kind of seems like he's putting his own messages into things. Whether it be for good or bad, whether time will tell. Actually, I think time will tell because I don't think anybody's really excited for this. I know a lot of people will see it just because of their love for Tolkien, Professor Tolkien's work. But I don't think it's going to go over very well. But it will be a last hurrah for Ian McKellen. Sir Ian McKellen, we appreciate you. We salute you. You did a great job as Gandalf, as well as like a fuck ton of other movies. Not even talking about Magneto. The movie Never Was. That was actually a really good film. Anyway, this is the last hurrah. Let's see how they go out. Do they go out with a bang or do they go out with a whimper? Leave anything you have to say down in the comment section below. This is Multi from Mouth of Multi. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will see you sometime later. I don't know when. Start your stopwatch.